Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about creating space versus elite defenders. Have you ever struggled in game to get your shot off? Today we're going to give you one footwork that you need to have in your game that will help you get your shot off against any defender, anytime, if you do it right. So this footwork we're going to go over is one of my favorite footworks. I teach it to all my players. Once they master it, it's in their game forever. They get their shot off whenever they want against whoever they want. The move we're working on today is called a 1-2 speed stop. A couple different variations that we'll do with it. We'll do a behind speed stop, we'll do a through speed stop, and then make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to give you one little tip to create even a little bit more space to help you get that shot off against elite defenders. All right, let's begin by talking about our feet. Our feet is what makes this move work. I'm going to demonstrate it as a right-handed player, so my right foot is going to be up, my left foot is going to be back. I'm not going to go into great detail about the stance. If you have any questions about it, you can go check out our video on Unstoppable Pull-Up. We talk about the stance a lot, okay? But for now, right hand, right foot is forward, left foot is back. So make sure you get in a good stance to start. Once you have a good stance, you're going to go one dribble forward with that right hand and your left foot at the same time. So it's same exact time, my right foot follows, and I'm going to go behind my back. So you see it's 1-2, only 2 steps. I see a lot of players make the mistake of doing 3 steps, hopping, chopping. For this move to work, you have to accelerate 2 steps and stop on a dime. Once again, watch what my feet are doing, pushing forward, 1-2, and then behind my back. All right, the next thing I'm going to talk about is your shoulders. Your shoulders are super important because that's going to help sell the drive, help sell the attack, okay? Make it look like we're going downhill. So your shoulders need to get down and low when you're making this move. You don't want to be high and upright. So when I do it, one dribble, my shoulders are down, they drop low. Again, another mistake I see with that is players playing too upright. So make sure when you do this move, your shoulders need to drop down. Next thing I want to talk about is the timing of the dribbles. Once I take this first dribble, it's the same time as my opposite foot. The behind comes in with my second foot. Okay, a lot of players will mess up and go too early, okay, especially when we go through our legs, or too late. So just make sure you make that timing perfect with your first foot and then your second foot. Speaking of timing, right now is a great time for you to go hit that subscribe button. It really helps us put out great content for you guys, and we look forward to doing more. Please, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you. If you're going through your legs, it's the same thing except 1-2. The through is backwards, it's not sideways. A lot of players, I think the most common mistake I see on this is when you go through your legs, you will take that extra step on the through. Make sure you anchor both feet down in the ground. 1-2. Another thing to avoid if you're doing this move is leaving this leg back and dragging it. You need to lift it off the ground and make sure it hits the same exact time as the ball. When you're doing this move, make sure you are going 100%, 100 miles an hour. This move does not work if you are going 50% or you're not at full speed. You need to, whether it's in 2 steps or you're in a full downhill transition, you need to be at 100% and then slam the brakes in those 2 steps. If you're not, the move is not going to be as effective and you might not create enough space to get the shot off. Why this move works for some players and it doesn't work for others, most of the time it's because they take unnecessary steps, they hop, they're not selling the drive, their shoulders aren't down. Make sure when you stop, you want to maximize the amount of space you create between you and your defender and in the shortest amount of time possible. Okay, so maximized space and then limit the amount of time it takes. So every extra step we take costs time and cost you space. So just make sure that the reason it works is maximizing those two things. So how you want to use the 1-2 speed stop, you can use it in a bunch of different ways. You can use it to create a shot, as we're primarily talking about in this video, or when you're handling pressure, you're bringing the ball up the court and you just want to create space away from your defender. Okay, so your 1-2 speed stop can work in a multitude of ways, either to create your shot or to alleviate some pressure from your defender. So just a couple of things I want you guys to be aware of when using this move. If you're using it to create space to shoot a shot, you need to stop. It's hard to be planted in the ground and just pick it up and shoot it. So two different footworks I'm going to give you off of that is a 1-2 hop pickup, a foot replacement, okay? Or second one is a 1-2 pushback. So just make sure on both of those options, if you're using the hop, you don't want to hop forward because obviously we're trying to create space. I'll see a lot of players hop and then put themselves in a position closer to the defender. So just make sure if you hop, either hop slightly backwards or in place. If you're pushing back, just make sure for righties, you're most comfortable doing a left-right. So just make sure it's left-right forward, left-right back. You see players like Luka Doncic, Kyrie, they use this move and this footwork all the time to create space. Okay, so that's a little added option if you're struggling and you don't get enough space on the initial stop with the initial 1-2 and you need to create a little bit more space to push back. That'll help you get that shot off on even bigger, more athletic defenders whenever you want. Hey guys, if you got to this point in the video, thank you so much. I hope you guys took a lot away from this move and hopefully you can start working on it. If you have any questions, just drop it in the comments there. We'll answer it. This move will work whenever, against whoever, if you do it properly. Remember, feet, shoulders, timing, be explosive, and you'll get it off whenever you want.